3, 2, 1, go. So all this talk about buttered sausage, and I think I just need to make a buttered sausage. It's a TikTok thing. It's a Gary Busey thing. I know some of you might be confused. All right, so this is going to be the sausage. So I'm going to turn this left. We have just a regular sphere here. This is going to be our sausage. Anytime I see the Johnny Depp commercial, the Sauvage commercial, all it would take is to change that one V to an S, and you have something really special. So the sphere is turned to the left. So what we're going to do, it's already validated because this is the default sphere. So we're going to do symmetry and vertex. And then, oh, we need to make sure that we have the right. I think this is the right one. No, it must not be. What do we got here? There we go. We want the Z because we want it to stretch. So we're using symmetry and we're using vertex. So you want your symmetry, this blue line is going to stretch out from that. So that's the one that we want. If you wanted to do it up, then you'd have to do, you know, the Y symmetry. Okay, so let's do our little sausage, maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, maybe something just like that. I think it's perfect. So I'm gonna go back to auto and just turn symmetry off. And then I'm gonna voxel remesh this little sausage at like 150, nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna voxel remesh it. I'm gonna hit it with round edge. If you don't have round edge, search Nomad Sculpt cheat sheet. You can make all these, well, these two tools. But if not, you can just use smooth and smooth it out. It's fine. No big deal. So that's going to be our sausage. So let's take move. I don't know why I say it with a Brazilian accent. Portuguese accent, Brazilian accent. So now we're just going to use move. Symmetry is on, and we're just gonna push our little sausage down. Yeah, let's just push it. Make it a little smaller and kind of push on these edges a little bit. Push on the middle. Oh, it still gets a little funny. It's a little funny. It's not bad. I'm gonna make it bigger and continue to push. Oh, you know what I need to do? Let's try this. So sometimes when I'm pushing things like that, let's do not this one. Let's do X as well. That way both the front and the back are the same too. So it doesn't get like stretched out. So let's try that. So now we'll push it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's our little sausage. That was a weird thing to say. Okay, so now we're good. I'm gonna turn Z off because I think that's good for our little sausage. And I want to make like a little like pitchfork type thing. So what kind of pitchfork do I want to make? So I think I want to try the tube tool. So I want to try, let's just do path. So we'll do something like this. I think I want like one of those two-pronged. So this is how I think I want to do it. So I'm going to go like that. So we have our one little thingamabob. So we need to curve it. So I'm going to go like this so it's curved. Let's do spline. So it's a better curve. So I'm thinking something like this. Usually it's something like this. And then hopefully I can just, then I can mirror it eventually. So now I'm going to take the radius. So this side has to be bigger. This side has to be smaller. Okay, I think that works. I think that makes sense. But I want to change the profile because it can't be like pitchforks, you know, like barbecue forks. They're not like round. So we need to change the profile. That's perfect. So that's perfect. I don't think I want it that sharp. Like I know it has to be sharp, but I still want it to be kind of cute. I know that's kind of weird, but it's what I want. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I think the width is good too. I could probably make it a little thicker, but that's okay. So the profile is perfect. So now let's mirror it. Where did the mirror even go? Let's not mirror it yet. Let's just leave it. So if this thing is going to be in the middle, let me just make another little node here so I can make it completely like do a right angle turn. So I think that looks great. So I'm going to validate this. I think it looks good. So now I'm going to take this thing, you know, let's go back to the front. Let's turn all of these to the front. So I'm going to take the gizmo, snap 90, and then I'm just going to rotate it this way. And I want to put it in the middle too. So when you want to put something in the middle, you go move origin. There you go. Now it's right in the middle. I want to take this, snap it this way. Let's go ahead and move that into the middle as well. We'll make a mirror. So this is we'll just call it fork. We'll call it prong. We gotta get serious with this. We gotta call it a prong. So now we're gonna add a mirror, because this is one of the most serious sculpts I've done all year. Okay, I accidentally moved the mirror and not the object. So I go back in here and tap the prong. There we are. Okay, so I can see that they're a little bit, they should be straight. So let's take it off snap and just straighten these out. And yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. It's exactly what I'm looking for. Maybe we can, yeah, let's do that. There we go. I think that's good. Oh, I don't like that it does. I'm gonna move the pivot. So I'm gonna tap pivot, and I'm gonna tap right here on the bottom, and then I'm gonna tap pivot again, because I want to move this so that the pivot, like I want these to be straight. Maybe I'll just move them out a little bit. Okay, I think that'll smooth out nicely. All right, so we have that. So next I want to do, we can go ahead and validate these together. So validate, join children. So next I want to do we can use a cylinder, and we'll take the gizmo and move the cylinder down. We'll stretch it and move it up to about here. We'll tap gizmo to get the options back. Well, firstly, we need to make it a lot smaller. Is that the right thing? Oh yeah, it is. It makes it smaller. So we need to make it smaller. I'm going to tap radius and do the opposite of what we have now. There we go. Something like that. I don't mind that this part is a bit fat. So there we go. Something like that. So we want it flat as well. So we're going to have to change the topology to make it flat. So let's bring this down to 4. Okay, just like that. We can turn, let's do add and cylinder. So we'll use our gizmo and we can snap. Whoop. Turn snap on. Even though it's 45, we'll just do it twice to get 90. Bring it down. This is going to be our little handle. So I want to stretch it out this way, but I want to do the same thing we did before. So I have to, first let's just make it thinner. I think a handle will be kind of like that. Seems about right. Tap gizmo, I want to validate it. That way we can use symmetry. And remember, we changed this to vertex. And then we can go ahead and, we got to make sure we have the right symmetry. So this is what I was saying before. Now we want it to stretch up and down. So that is we turn X off, use Y, see that Y axis. Now it's gonna go apart from the Y axis. Okay, and then of course it doesn't work. Let's see what's happening. Y-axis, symmetry is on, cylinder is there. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's wrong. I was looking at this ring. That's the green. Let's see if we can, nope, look at it without the gizmo. I guess not. If we use another tool. There we go. So I use another tool, so I have the wrong one. Oh, that's right, because we flipped it. That's why, because we turned it. Forgot about that. So now we'll go back to the gizmo. We have the right one. Now it'll stretch. All right, we'll stretch it something like this. Oop. So maybe something like that. I'm going to turn off symmetry and just go back to auto. And I'm going to move this down. It looks a bit big, so I'm going to shrink it. Wait, how did this get so big? When did that happen? Or, well, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just crazy. But I thought it was like this. That was weird. Anyway, so let's go back to this. Let's move it up. And I guess we'll move it back a little bit. But it still doesn't really look like a handle. So I'm going to box remesh this at 150. And then I'm going to do select mask again. Now it's nice and straight. Why don't I do all of the symmetries? Yes. So if I do all of the symmetries, then it should be equal. Let's try that again now. Okay. Oh, and I kind of want there to be a taper. So maybe if I stretch, oh, it's not really working. I kind of wanted to have it stretched like that side, but that's okay. We'll see what we can do with this. So now I'm going to take smooth, just regular smooth, and I'm going to smooth all of this. I think that looks pretty good. I think it looks kind of like a handle. I think it's all right. Yeah, I think that looks okay. And I'm just going to do something else really random. I'm going to take a box, the gizmo, and I'm going to move the box down. This is the kind of thing where you really should like look at references, but I'm not going to look at any references. I'm just going to chill sculpt just for fun. And I really want to do something quick. I have actually a lot of work I should be doing. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and validate this. Let's do round edge, or you can just smooth out the whole thing. But I want to do a bunch of round edge. I'm going to box remesh it even lower and then do more round edge. And then I want to try to shrink it even more. Like so. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe shrink it a little bit more this way. Oh, I gotta move my car. Wait, I'll be back. Alternate side parking is the worst. I'm just gonna pull this out a little bit this way. There we are. Maybe a tad, just a fart's worth more. That's good. Okay, so now I'm gonna clone this thing and move it down. Okay, that's good enough for me. I feel like that looks legit. So we have, so we have these two boxes. I'm just going to join those. We have this cylinder. I'm going to, okay, yeah, I'm going to save. Let's rename this to Buttered. Oh God, I can't wait to post this. I can't wait to post this short. Okay, good. So is there anything else we want to put on here? You know, I kind of want to put something. So we already saved it. Let's voxel remesh this high. I want to voxel remesh it dumb high, stupid high. And I want to put something on it. So let's use the stamp. And let's use, okay, what do we want for our alpha? Maybe I'll do the good old Drug-Free Dave. Is this thing locked? Where do I lock? Oh, let's lock rotation. Let's see what happens if I, not good. Okay, so I need to scale this down. You don't have to do this part. This is just like me being silly. So I want to do that. I want the fall off, I want this to be flat. There we go. I want it to look like that. And I don't think I want symmetry on. Oh, and now I think I have lock. I had something else locked. Where is it? Stroke, lock radius. There we go. So maybe something like that. That's a little big. So maybe I need to lower the intensity, I think. Is the intent? Oh yeah, the intensity. Oh, I should do the reverse. I should do it sub. I feel like that's better. Okay, yeah, I feel like that's much better. I'm gonna do round edge on this. It looks okay. It's a little too, maybe I should just leave it as is. I wonder if I can voxel remesh it again. Let's see what happens. If it cleans it up a little bit. No, it doesn't really clean it up a little bit. It's kind of hard to get really clean. But anyway, I still want to decimate this because this is way too high and we don't need anything like this. We definitely don't need this too high. I do want some details, so whatever. That's fine. We'll live. Okay, so now I'm going to save this. And I want to take this part and let's go ahead and validate this part. So I want to take these two and voxel remesh them together. I think 200 should be fine. Ooh. I think we need to subdivide first. So let's go to multi-res, subdivide. Let's go to this, multi-res, subdivide. Oh no, that's what's happening. Okay, so let's voxel remesh this at 200. Okay, now let's try voxel remeshing them together. So I just essentially, if you voxel remesh both, hopefully that should help. Okay, that's better. That's good enough. So now let's do round edge. I'm gonna voxel remesh it again. And then do another round edge. Let's see if we put on, oh yeah, let's put on smooth shading. Does that make any difference? Yeah, I think that's okay. It's not perfect, but I think it's okay. I'm trying to figure out if there's a better way to do this though. I want to set you guys up for greatness. So I need to work this out. So if we voxel remesh just the prongs, what do they look like? They look okay, actually. So I'm gonna voxel remesh them at like 200 and then do round edge. Yeah, they look good. They look good. So the problem was this part, the stem. So if we voxel remesh this at 200 and then do round edge, let's see what happens. It looks okay. We'll put that on auto. It looks okay. Wish it would be a little straighter, but maybe it's okay. I don't know. I'm annoyed at this stem. It's not really working out the way I want it to. I just don't know why it's not. You know what? I'm going to get rid of it and I'm going to add a cylinder. I don't think the stem has to be the way that it was. I think we're going to simplify this. Okay, boom. I think that looks good. And if we want to, we can like do something like this, make it a little smaller at one end. Move it up a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's validate it, and let's go ahead and decimate it once. This looks good. I think we can just join these two. Let's see, we have the mirror, and then we have, where's the other cylinder? There it is. So let's join these two for now. So this would be the prong. And this would be the handle, handle A, handle B. Okay, so we'll nestle those. We'll put our prong above, and then our sausage is above. Okay, cool. So now our sausage is looking good. Maybe we'll move it up a little bit. And now we want to put some butter on it. So I'm going to make a box with the gizmo. We'll move it up, flatten it, make it a little bit smaller like this. And let's go ahead and validate it. And then let's do round edge and round this out. Maybe even voxel remesh it really low at like 50. You can even use the regular smooth with the symmetry, because sometimes it's a little more powerful of a smooth tool. I think that butter looks good. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. All right, so that looks good. Now I want to take move, and I want to just put a little bend in it. So maybe let's do X and Z in the symmetry. And let's push this up. Actually, you know what? Let's not do Z. No, let's not do X. So let's not do X, let's only do Z. That way when we push it up, it'll be, if we push it up in the middle, it'll kind of form fit to the sausage. So I'm gonna shrink it a little bit this way. Maybe a little this way too. Let's put it down. Oh, I should have done the X and this is what I should have done. I was thinking I should have done that, and I should have done Y. No, not Y. Not Y. Is it this? Is it this one as well? Yeah, I think so. I think we just need to err towards the middle. We just need to concentrate on the middle part. I think that will just, yeah, there we go. That's better. So now it's front and back. It should be pretty equal. Let me make it a little bit smaller. So now we'll just move it down with the gizmo. Like that. Looks good. Let's, I just want to do inflate maybe. I'd like to do some inflate. Oh, not sub, and take the symmetry off. I want to do some inflate, some spheres. So something like that. So I want to smooth this, and I want it to look like it's melting, like it's melty. So also we can try drag. And then let's do inflate. Okay, let's voxel remesh it. Maybe like just 125 or so. Hopefully we can smooth that out nicely. Oh, yeah, it's not smoothed okay. Voxel remesh it a little bit lower if you want to smooth it better. So I'm going to do a little more inflate, just like yeah, I think that's good. do a little more on the end of this. The only thing is it has to be going like straight down. That's the hard part. Oh, that looks good. So I'm going to use move. You can use move or drag. But when I do stuff like this, I like to push it a little bit into, so it doesn't have this like bridge. Like it should just be, let me use drag. I want this to be like nice and round. Yeah, something like that. And I actually want it to be, yeah, a little bit more wide at the bottom, not coming to like a point. I don't think that looks good at all. Nice round drips. I think that looks good. I'm gonna do a little more inflate, maybe just something right on the end here. Okay. I think that looks good. I'm excited. I want to move. Did I nestle these? I did. I think I nestled them. Nope. Oh, let's take symmetry off. Yeah, I want to make this smaller because it's just like a, I wanted everything to be kind of small and nuggety. Okay, so let's change it to lit PBR. And I want to, now I'm just going to sort of, want the butter to be a little bit more squarish. That looks good. Oh, another thing I wanted to do to the sausage was put like an X on the ends. Very super cartoon-like. So let's see how crease looks. That looks pretty good. I think the crease was just really, big. I'm going to turn off symmetry. I want them to be a little more. Okay, that's a little bit better. Just want to do a smooth. This side as well, I'm going to do crease. It'd be really cool if you could do like a crease, but you could like control like the depth a lot better. So it could be really, really deep. What else do we want to put on this? You can put some like, you can use stamp. You can use stamp and change the alpha. We can change this to regular, back to regular, and do the, yeah, okay, the scale, and make sure that all white is within that red circle. We could do like little, I don't know, does this sausage have little, maybe this is like a sausage you wouldn't want to eat. I don't know. I kind of like it though. I think it's kind of funny. I guess a sausage probably wouldn't have that. But you know what? Let's smooth it. That way it just has a little bit of like some random texture, but it doesn't have to be this warty. At least it has some sort of little texture. I don't mind. I'm the artist. Okay, so what else? Last looks. So this is like the very, I'm just like, you know, little things that you do right before you call it. Okay, so I think that looks good. So now this I feel like would be a brownish sort of texture, sort of like this. This I feel like might be like a dark metal, like a gunmetal almost, maybe with like a little metalness. This would be something like that, maybe a little more metalness. Something like that, maybe. The sausage can be like a something like that. Let me take the metalness out. I just want it to be a different color than the wood. I feel like sausage would be like sort of this color, kind of like that. I think give it some gloss. Actually, we can make it rough and we can add some gloss if we want. Oh, it looks a little too green though, right? I don't want it to look green. So maybe we'll change the color of this wood to something lighter. I do like the dark wood though. Oh, I guess I don't mind this too much. Let's go to, let's change this up a little bit. Maybe we'll make it, that's nicer. Or we could always just maybe match this color. Maybe make it a little darker. These are the tough decisions. Okay, so for this sausage color, I don't know how to, I'm not sure how I want to sort of vary the color a little bit. Maybe we'll add a layer and paint. Maybe we'll sort of paint on like, because I feel like sausages have like various different colors of like reddish, brownish, grayish. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I just introduce like a few different colors and a few different roughnesses as well. Okay, and also one side could have been on the grill, maybe. So perhaps we'll use maybe clay and sub, and let's take the general color and make it darker. And then add some roughness to it, maybe a little darker than that. Maybe turn the intensity down a bit. Let's see if we can get like a nice char. Maybe a little wider. I think that looks nice. We can use smoothie poo if we want to smooth out some of this. And this also might be nice to add a little texture to. Maybe we can take like, let's see, maybe like crease and just lower the intensity and maybe just like, oh, I can't even see it. Just like a few, yeah, just a few little creases, just to show some texture. If you actually do want to do texture, you can use brush, but I would clone it, which so it would show up down here. because then you can, I don't know if I want to use that texture. You can add some random textures to it, maybe like, maybe this is a good one. This is like, I don't know what this is, some sort of skin that it won't let me close out of. Uh-oh. That was weird. I better save. But you can use brush. I think all my other settings are okay. I don't know why it's inverting. Oh no. What's up with this? This is so strange. This was supposed to be like a short tutorial, and now it's like throwing everything at me. Oh, that's weird. It's very odd. So I guess this texture thing is not working, so I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. Would have been cool. Let's take crease with our darker color. Let's grab this color and then just darken it a little bit. Maybe a little bit more red. And I'm just going to take crease now and just go over these crease marks so it shows like a depth. So that'll kind of give the illusion of more depth in our sausage. Okay, so now the butter, we want to make like a yellowish. I think that looks like a nice butter color. We can make it nice and glossy. I'm not sure how glossy. Maybe not too glossy, something like that maybe. I don't think we want any metalness in it. No, we don't want any metalness. But I think something like that works. I think it looks pretty good. We could, since this is so heavy, this piece, we could take this, make that color a little bit lower, like so, and then we can add some creases in it. So let's add some creases. We'll make them really small. You can even go right through the thingy. Oh yeah, it is, okay. Some you can make really deep. You can sort of smooth them out a little bit too, if you need. But this will give sort of like just like a really simple kind of wood texture. Probably should have done this on another layer, but that's okay. Okay. Here we go. So now at least we have like a little bit of texture in there. This I want to change the color of. I want it to be darker metal. Maybe just more roughness. Maybe more of a charcoalish color. I think. Okay, so the sausage, I'm going to make subsurface. I'm going to turn this down. The butter, I think, should be subsurface as well. Turn that down. We're going to make the butter, we're going to change that color to a yellow, just in case we do see through it. I think the wood might be able to be subsurface as well. That's organic. Okay, so now let's do a quick save, and let's turn the lights off. We'll add a light here. We'll raise it up to about 2, maybe even a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. And so this will be our key. We can change the options to soft shadows. I like a soft shadow. We can clone this. We can move it over here and point it in this direction to fill those shadows a little bit. We can bring the intensity down, like so. Then we can clone this one. So this one's going to be the fill. The one we just cloned is going to be the rim. So let's make that a point light, or a spotlight, excuse me. We'll move it behind the sausage, point it towards the sausage, like this. We can use the orange node to make it wider. Raise the intensity. So I think this is like what's a good view for our sausage? I think something like that. Let me put it to perspective. That's a good view. That's a good view. I like that. So I'm going to save that one. Add view. This will be 1. So let's just save. Okay. And let's go back to our rim light, and let's just make sure that we like where it is and that it's doing everything that we want it to do. Maybe a little more on top. And maybe a little warmer. Oh, can I move this? Oh, I can't move. Oh, I'd love to be able to move this out of the way. It's always in the way. This is the one thing that I want to move. Why can't we move it? Oh, yeah. That's the one thing that you want to color something, and it's usually in the center of your screen, but you have to move it. Yeah, we need to get that red light, that barbecue light. Maybe this is a little too red. All right, I kind of like that. I kind of like that color. So now let's add another light. So we'll add another light, TD, and let's make that another spotlight. Maybe we'll just illuminate it from here. Just a nice light on it, maybe a little bit warmer. A little bit of a warmer light. Maybe we can make it a little wider. I think that's good. So I'm going to save. I would love to be able to put a little bit of texture on this. I'm going to try one more time. Let's take this color off of it. Let's put the intensity down even more. There we go. And I don't mind that it raised up a little bit. I think that looks even better. Okay, good. So now let's go to our view. Looks good. Let's see what it looks like with post-process. Okay, it still looks really good. I'm going to take the grain out, and I'm going to turn depth of field off. You can turn on environment, though we might not even need it because we lit it so well. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. turn this light down a little bit. Maybe make it a little warmer. I want to change the background to something a little more buttered sausagey. Maybe yellow would be good. Maybe something more, yeah, maybe just like a brown orange. That feels barbecuey. And if I want to get, you know, since we're here, let me save, and I'm going to voxel remesh this really high, just for the heck of it. I like how it is, but just for the heck of it. And I want to try to use the brush texture. Oh, you can even see, ooh, why does this color keep coming back? Stay off. Stroke painting, stay off. Okay, that looks good. I think it looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with all the colors. Let's see if we want more metalness in this. No, the metalness that never usually looks too good to me. So I usually don't can add some. I'm going to add a layer and just add a little bit of finishing touches, like maybe a little bit darker around here. I use Smoothie Poo and just kind of smooth it out. Go back to paint, maybe a little bit darker inside. Inside there. And this will sort of help those shadows out. Maybe I'll just do a little smooth. And I'll even do some, maybe along the edges of these. Actually, we can turn symmetry on. And I think we can do all of the symmetries, right? Down here as well. I'm looking forward to using Blender, and there's like some really cool, I was just looking up plugins where you can make like things look weathered. So I'm really excited about that because I love making things look weathered. Just use a little Smoothie Poo and kind of just smooth this out. Oh, I don't think I put any back there. Not like anyone's gonna see it, but that's okay. Smoothie Poo. But I love these little touches because the regular lighting sometimes it doesn't do enough, and it definitely won't show like wear and tear and weather, and you know, I don't want these to look brand new out of the box. So this would actually look cool if I could do something with it, but I think it looks fine. The only thing that bugs me is that those little tiny bumps here. So let's see if I can just smooth those out. There we go. Looks great. Okay, cool. I think that's it. There you go. Buttered sausage. Cannot wait to edit this video down. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. Where else are you gonna get buttered sausage? Seriously. Shout out to Gary Busey. Thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, really helps my channel out. Definitely check out my Skillshare classes. I have 2D classes in Procreate and 3D classes in Nomad Sculpt. Keep drawing, keep sculpting, and I'll see you all in the next video.